Day 19. Warming up the truck. Still dealing with the shoulder pain. I think it's because I sleep on it now. And I sleep with my stomach up, so my arms are always up, so even that hurts. But yeah, I'm all fucked up. Rubbed it, got it rubbed for a little bit, and it actually was firing because I couldn't even flex my traps. And I got pretty decent sized traps, but I used to work them out heavy, but then I stopped because it looks horrible when you have overpowering traps. It looks like you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So don't really work them out. I might start doing some lightweight stretches just to get the feeling back, the movement. But yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely get a professional to give me a deep tissue massage for about an hour. And if it goes well, I might have them do it every few weeks, maybe once a month or something. My friend recommended someone to me, so that's cool. They come to your house, so that's good. And then I was working on the old school today. I got a 71 Mercury Montego. Look it up if you've never seen one. They're pretty rare. I mean, at least in California they are. Seen online sold, we're always back east. I mean, it's a Ford, you know. But yeah, I've never seen one. I've seen one other one in California in my whole life, and that's going to car shows, good guy car shows and stuff like that. But the only one I ever seen was a 4-door. Mine's a 2-door. And those cars back in the 70s were actually cop cars. So there is probably going to be more 4-doors than 2-doors out there. I'm second owner. I got it from the original owner that bought it back in 71 at Mercury Modesto, which doesn't exist anymore. So it's pretty cool. Gonna start working on it, start getting it back up to spec. I want to start. It used to be my daily driver, and I want to get it back to my daily driver. So got some work to do. Spark plugs are complete. Those are changed out. Got to do the valve covers. Those are leaking. Then do an oil change. Fuel tank needs a cleaning. And then after that, it's pretty much cosmetic. I do need to take the heads off and get it resealed. The new valve seats. Mine, unfortunately, is a old school one where you have to put the lead additive in the gas. So, kind of a pain. So one day I need to go ahead and just do that. Take them off, get them re-cleaned up, put them back on. But one thing at a time. Right now, I'm actually taking the battery from that car to AutoZone to get it checked out, because I might be needing a new battery as well, because it is not holding a charge. So that's the first stop before we go to the gym. Today is leg day. I haven't really been lifting weights. It's mostly been cardio and abs and sauna and just that, because I mean, really the only time I have to sit at the gym for 3 hours, 2.5 hours, which is, you know, I like to take my time, is on my off day, on the day I have off. Sometimes I got shit to do on those days, so. But believe it or not, this is like, it's like therapy. It's like relaxation. I'm going to the gym to push weights and relax. After I drop off this battery at AutoZone, of course, to get checked and recharged, possibly. So, my phone's kind of moving around. I need to set up some kind of a system that just mounts. I don't have anything right now. It's just on one of those mounting brackets, and it's being held. In the cup holder, but it moves around a lot. So I'm just kind of holding it in one hand. But yeah, 19 days straight going to the gym, you know, and like I said before, it's not that I'm going every 2, 3, 4 hours every day. Shit, yesterday was just 45 minutes at the most, and that was 30 minutes of cardio on a machine, and 10-15 minutes in the sauna, and that was it. But guess what? I went to the gym. I burned some calories. I kept the movement going every day. And I think that has helped me eat more carbs right now, because I eat carbs and I still have my cheat days. And some people might not consider it a cheat day. Like today, it's a cheat day, just like yesterday, where I eat a full breakfast. And when a full breakfast, what I call a full breakfast, it means 4 eggs, bacon or sausage, which I had bacon, a couple strips there, 2 pieces of toast, sourdough usually with cream cheese on it, a big cup of coffee with creamer in it. What else? Breakfast potatoes, so just chopped into little squares and fried. Everything's fried in avocado, so no seed oils. And what else? I think that's it. Sometimes if I have it, Mexican cheese, the soft queso fresco, and then avocado if I got that. But today I didn't have no cheese and avocado, so just the eggs, potatoes, toast, and the bacon and the coffee. And that's a full breakfast. It's hearty, you know. Fills me up good, and a big cup of coffee with creamer in it. It fills me up. I feel very satisfied. Oh, and I had some orange slices too with that. I stay away from the juices. The calories are it's just fucking sugar water. So if you're gonna eat any kind of fruit like oranges, just eat the fruit, which is what I did today. Yeah. So that's a cheat day. And tonight I'll also eat, I'm sure, some kind of carb-loaded meal. I believe I'm going to have some homemade pizza, but I'm not sure yet. And then to get enough protein in with that meal, I usually have like wings or something on the side. Some kind of extra meat, because obviously it's not enough. So we'll see how that goes. And then to drink, I'll just have like tea. So, but anyways, let me get this battery in there and then I'll be right back. All right. So I am back. Dropped off the battery at AutoZone. So it looks like they checked it real quick with this, the battery check deal they have. And looks like it's no good. The cranking power on it is no good. So, and it's an old battery. I probably bought it about 4 years ago, so the battery lasts about that long. But they are expensive. They've gone up a lot. So I'm gonna have to see what's up. Usually I get that stuff at Costco, batteries and stuff like that. They got a oh, fuck. They got a pretty good warranty there, better than most. So now we are headed to the gym, and I'll be back after that to pick up the battery, and then and I'll just have to get a new one because that one is no good, supposedly. Right? I might be able to get a little more life out of it, but we will see. Yeah, legs today. Going to do the usual. Going to be all machines except for probably the last one, which is just really a stretch. And what I'll do is I'll do the stiff legs, the stiff leg deadlifts, just to get a good hamstring stretch. I've always felt like I've had weak hamstrings, but I think it's mainly just because of my knee injuries. The extension on one of my knees is shortened because of the ACL replacement I had years ago, a decade ago, like 12 years ago, maybe more now. That ACL is no longer there though, so I have no ACL on my right knee. Put it there. So that definitely changes the dynamic, the stretch of the knee and all that. I think it has affected my hamstring because I can't fully extend the knee. You can't lock it out. You got that half-inch hyperextension that you got on your knee when it's not damaged. I don't have that. It's just locked out, like shortened. So it has made a difference. Just kind of work with what I got. And that's all you can really do. Do the best you can with what you got. Yeah, some guys have genetics. Some guys got this and that. Hey, if you're just a regular dude like me, a regular person trying to get back in shape, because, we're not trying to get into shape. We're trying to get back into shape. I'm talking to the people that have already been buff, have already been athletes that just, for some reason or another, life got you down. You got an injury, you got gained weight, you gave up for a minute. But hey, it's time to dust yourself off and get back to work. Life ain't over yet. I talked to my older brother, and he's one of those people that's just given up. There was a time when he lost a bunch of weight. And my family, man, we've always been big. I got a few uncles that are thin, but 90% of my family is overweight, and we can hold weight. Even when I was fit, when I was in shape, I weighed 260 pounds, and that was with almost a six-pack. So when I say almost a six-pack, that means that the bottom two still needed another 20 pounds to go, probably to be popping. But we're just heavy. We're just heavyweight people. We're big. We can gain weight quickly. I can gain weight quickly. Jokingly, I used to tell people I can smell food and I'll gain weight. So it's been a struggle. It's been a lifelong struggle to try to stay in shape, stay lean. Now I'd just be happy with being, within arm's reach of it. It doesn't have to be exactly like it used to be. And obviously it's hard to go back once you've gotten older. But But the main thing is not giving up. Not just saying, I'm happy being fat and overweight and not being a threat. Nah, man. And then you get to the people that, I'd rather just go to church and pray every day and read the Word of God than go waste my time at a gym. Yeah, but doesn't the Bible say your body is a temple, is your temple, is a gift from God? The way I see it is that you're squandering that gift that God has given you. That body, that temple that you eat that fast food and you're just fucking putting graffiti all over the fucking walls. I'm not saying I didn't do it. Look at me. I'm no poster child. But hey, I'm not giving up either. I'm not gonna stop just because it's hard. And it's the people that don't have it that say they don't want it. They don't want it because it's hard. Because not everyone has it. It's fucking hard work. It's hard work to get that six pack. It's hard work to have them 20-inch biceps. It's hard work. And it's never gonna get easier. You just gotta put in the work. And I'm talking about us guys that are natural. I'm not talking about the fucking Anavar dudes or the juice heads. That's a whole different shit. Anyone that fucking tells you that it's hard to gain muscle on steroids is a fucking idiot. Either doesn't know anything about drugs or, just wants to make themselves feel better because they think they worked hard. Working hard to gain muscle is when you see that natural guy that's shredded and has 20-inch biceps. I mean, most of the time that just comes down to genetics, but it's way harder to get big and buff and strong as fuck naturally than it is to be the guy that's juiced out of his mind. I mean, I've seen people start juicing and 2 months later they're lifting 50, 60 pounds more than they would naturally at their peak. It's a big difference. So, but and I'm not putting down anyone that does that shit. That's cool. But do you? But for us regular people that don't want to poke our asses every week and just want to work with what we got, yeah, stay consistent. Even if it's 30 minutes a day, stay consistent. Every day. Every day, keep at it. If you have a project, a car, a house, it could be overwhelming to fix the whole thing because the whole thing's fucked. But you start with one thing, right? Just like the human body, just like yourself, just like your own personality. You start one thing at a time. You could say, hey, I'm not going to drink sodas anymore. You could say, hey, I'll start with changing the spark plugs on my car or do an oil change. Easy stuff, Little by little, I'll polish the rims. I'll polish one rim every weekend. One rim, not even all four. Guess what? In a month, you'll have some shiny rims. Shit like that, little by little. This whole thing, man, we all want it. When we're young, especially, we want it now. When we're young, we want it now. Especially this generation, man. They could just fucking click a few buttons on their phone and bam, they got the information. They can call, they can text whoever they want, whenever they want. They can order food whenever they want. They can look at porn whenever they want. They can do everything whenever they want, right? It's just a quick gratification with zero work. The body ain't like that. You can do the drugs and it'll get you there quicker, but you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it by cutting off the normal supply of testosterone. I mean, most of these bodybuilders, they got to take drugs for the rest of their lives, even when they stop competing, because they fucked up their bodies. The body no longer responds. So there's a price for everything. But if you stay at it naturally, you will eventually get there. Just stay consistent. And for us, let's see how this workout goes. All right. Day 19 down. So, ended up hanging out with a friend here at the gym. And since his legs fucked up, couldn't do the leg workout. Did a few light leg extensions and leg presses, and that was about it. He can only do chest, so I said, what the hell? I did chest today. Didn't want to, but it's okay. My chest felt fine enough to hit it, so no harm, no foul. I could do legs another day, probably Tuesday, since I'll be going to D&B really early on Tuesday. Straighten out the tag situation with my Mercury, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I am headed to AutoZone to pick up that battery, because even though it doesn't work, or it's not good, still need it when I buy the new one for a core. You'll get like $10-15 for it. So definitely a cheap meal today. I'm gonna eat some pizza, potentially some wings or some other form of chicken on the side. As far as the chest workout, slow reps, nothing heavy. Obviously my shoulders fucked, and I guess my friend's shoulders fucked up too. So he really can't do heavy weight either. Anything that emphasizes on the shoulder. The incline press, I went up to 60 on the incline dumbbell press. 60 felt okay, you know. Good pause at the bottom, squeeze at the top. And when you, especially when you're trying to strengthen your muscle that's you haven't been using, those slow negatives, they really work the muscle without you having to use a ton of weight. The range of motion is the main thing you want to emphasize at that point, because you want everything, the blood flow and everything, to move. When I get home, I'm going to definitely do some stretches, definitely get on the roller. Another reason why it's good to have a spotter or someone to go with you is that they'll notice things that you don't. Not that he noticed anything on me, actually the complete opposite. He wanted to do some flies, and man, it was just, you can tell one side was just tight because he could not stretch. He could not open up on one side, so we focused on that. And at the end, you can tell that he got some extra stretch in there, but just nice and slow, no heavy weight, just to avoid the injury. And yeah, we did. So we did the incline dumbbells, and then we did some flat close grip because he wanted to do some tricep, which is fine. You know, you still get some chest in there from the squeeze at the top. And then what else did we do? Then we did another incline with the Nautilus machine, which feels good. Good stretch, controlled. Feels better actually than the dumbbell to me, just because of my bicep and the front delt injury. And then we did some pec deck, single arms. And the single arm is just, like I said, gonna show you the imbalance. You're gonna see that one side's definitely not stretching or not lifting as much as the other, and it's evident for sure, especially if someone else is watching you. After that, we did one more. It was just a seated press, and that felt really good too. Didn't go too heavy, but it's hard to tell on those machines, because when they put those machines up, and the cables that they hook up, it's never precise. I know there's a way that they'll know if it's 250 pounds or 100 pounds, but you'll get 100 pounds and it'll feel like 200. Like, there's no way that's as heavy as it is. So we just go by feeling on that. Did 3 sets of that, and the last set was actually a drop set, which felt good too. So all in all, pretty good chest work. I even started getting cramped at the end, right at the end of the top. So definitely pushed it good. Yeah, sauna for 15 minutes, and then just chit-chatted outside for a little bit. I don't rest very much when I'm doing my sets, so that's what I was telling him. Like, it doesn't feel as hard for me. I think I'm just conditioned for those 30 seconds to 1 minute, no more than 1 minute in between sets. So I'm moving pretty quick. I think back in the days I used to take a bigger rest, but it was a lot more weight. So now it's just kind of moving quickly. I don't know what. All right. So this gentleman over here is asking me for a lighter, but I don't smoke. Do not smoke. Not good for you. It was a good workout all in all. It's a good change up. My day off, so it was fine to take my time. So I'm going to walk in here and get this battery and then head home. All right. Picked up the battery, now headed home. Pretty close to the house, so not a very far drive at all. A couple minutes. Yeah. Talking with the homie. Women, man. They're such a big part of who we are. Past and present. Opportunities taken and those missed. Regret. I don't think there's a guy out there that has zero regrets about at least one woman that they've ran into in their lifetime, with good or bad, both. You think about it, makes you reflect a lot. And just you try to tell the younger guy the shit you went through, the shit that happened to you, and hopefully they learn something. Hopefully they heed your warnings. Hopefully they listen. But kind of like I was telling my boy, human nature to try to lessen the pain or make something easier, and that's in every aspect of life, right? Bodybuilding, becoming muscular is no different. He was doing exercises, and it felt like every exercise I had to correct him. Every exercise I had to say, why are you doing this? Why are you making it easier? Why are you incorporating why are you leaning? Why are you doing this? And those things, it's it's not me trying to say I'm better than him or I know more than him. It's just when you take a partner and you're not used to taking a partner, or you're used to working with novice bodybuilders and lifters, they're gonna point shit out. You're gonna be like, oh, I didn't even know I was doing that, and it really happens. It's just, that's why it's good to have someone with you to keep you in check, keep you in line. And that goes for everything, not just weightlifting. Life, work, women. It applies to all of it. As I was saying, it applies to all of it. It applies to every aspect of life. You take the easy way, you won't learn the lesson. You ever met the kid that got everything handed to him, and then you meet the kid who had to work for everything? Completely different people. But I'm willing to bet that the kid who had to work for everything, and of course, raised honestly, to be prideful in his work and be honest and have morals and have dignity, is going to be a more outstanding citizen than the kid who was a spoiled fucking brat that got everything handed to them, and all they had to do was just ask for it or cry about it and they would get it. Big difference in character. And the same goes for the weightlifter, the guy at the gym, the guy who just injects and lifts sloppy and gets big and puffy and thinks he's the big dog. Is going to be a different person than the natural bodybuilder who took a decade to get just as big, but stronger and denser, and worked hard for it. It's a different mindset. In the end, the guy with the drugs has to come off eventually. Everyone has to come off the drugs, and guess what? You're going to get knocked down a few pegs. So stay humble. Stay humble. Work hard, work smart, and stay humble with everything you do.